My name is Jim Casey, and I'm President and CEO of Integrated Wealth Management. I wake up every day and realize how lucky I am and how fortunate I am to love doing what I do. And unfortunately, throughout the course of my life, I've seen others who were not so fortunate, and it's natural. It's natural for me to realize the good fortune that's been placed on me, and that it's not an option, but a requirement to give back. Philanthropy and giving back has to come from the heart and the soul, not from the wallet. And there are a lot of people who do so much more than I do. And again, not on the monetary side, but volunteerism and creativity. And I think the biggest philanthropists are the people who work at the non-for-profits that are supporting all the people that need their help, because that's a lot of work. And God knows no one's in it for the money. They're in it because they want to continue to give back. So I think those individuals, the David Brinkmans of the world, of Desert AIDS Project, and his team, and so many of the other teams, really should be applauded. For me, it comes from the personal core. As a gay man coming out right at the time when HIV and AIDS there was no term for it when I first came out. And it was a time of realization that I was a gay man. And then all of a sudden, as soon as I realized it, I was afraid to admit it, because the thought process was, you were gay, you got sick, you died. And I had a lot of friends who unfortunately didn't make it. And for me, all but for the grace of God, to be here today and still be healthy and again, having to say goodbye to so many people, that's obviously HIV and AIDS, and awareness is something that I'm still passionate about. One of my other big passions is the arts, and I do have a production company on the side, and I don't want to say on the side, it makes it less than it is, but I've always been involved in the arts through college, through high school, and I realized I wasn't talented enough to take the arts as a career, and I see the people, and I see the struggle, and I see the passion that they're in, so those two really just affected me most of my life. This is a place like nowhere I've ever been before, and when we came to town, we were so welcome that like we've never been before in the 20-something years we were living in LA, and I think a lot of it is because of the people who are here and the philanthropic nature that they have, because it's a community, it's a small community of very wonderful people who want to keep it a community. I've been involved with Desert AIDS Project so much in the last 5 years in our commitment with the Steve Chase Awards. There was an individual who was working for me, not at Integrated Wealth Management, just on my personal side. And we had met. I had to drop off something to him. And I had gotten to know him a little bit, but he just stopped. He said, "Before you go away, I want to say something." He goes, "I know what you do with Desert AIDS Project and the Steve Chase Awards." And he goes, I just want to say that if you didn't, I wouldn't be alive today." And that was just hanging out of my car, just dropping him off something. And it was that. So you do this big thing, the Steve Chase Awards, with 1,600 people and the stars and all of that comes in, but that one person says that to you and you realize that you made a difference. I don't like to think of myself as a leader. I like to think of myself as more of a motivator. You can't be a part of Integrated Wealth Management without understanding what's at the core. If I'm at the core of Integrated Wealth Management, philanthropy is at the core of Jim Casey. You have to be part of that. And I'm always incredibly proud for every one of the staff of Integrated Wealth Management who wants to come to every event that we go to and that we do and that we sponsor, and that they're not getting paid for it. They could, go to the movies and go have a beer at the bar, whatever they want to do, but they want to come to any event, big, small, or medium. And that to me is miraculous. And I don't know how that happened, how lucky I got, but it's got to be part of the mission of Integrated Wealth Management. I grew up with no money. My father was a mailman, my mother was a housekeeper, and for our house, and I'm thrilled that I had no money. because that made me want to have more, and it made me appreciate everything that I have. And I think what we have to do for this generation, I'm big with financial literacy, teach children about money now and teach them the power of money and what good money can do. And that's when they're going to start realizing that on everything, there's no entitlement in this world. And that's where they have to get back. The more that I can do, the happier that I am. So we're just going to keep forging ahead with Integrated Wealth Management and Kim and Jim Productions, and on both sides continue to give back to the community. I always say, a better tomorrow starts today. And make the commitment today to make tomorrow better. Maybe not for you, maybe for somebody else, but by making it better for somebody else, you're making it better for you.